Hey, this is Jersey. You're listening to the Garden State.
Yankees don't play tonight, right?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh, they do? What time?
Talk about it.
You think this is it? You think they're going to win?
Yeah, after last night.
You're listening to The Garden State, the only New Jersey podcast that gives you all the news you need to hear this week. My name is Josh Sobo.
And I'm Josh Chomik.
Back to square one, just you and me, Josh.
Back to school, baby. Just you and me.
Back to square one.
On this 80-degree October day.
Yeah, no Jimmy Parks. Little Jimmy Parks, off doing something. Couldn't make it tonight.
Jordan and Jimmy, just working men.
Just unreliable, you know, like you and me, we're working men.
We're hard-working men. I came here straight from work, rushing off the train today. And get this, Josh. I was coming here so fast because I wanted to make it for the pod. I put my backpack in my car and about to drive over, I step in the biggest pile of dog crap.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever stepped in dog poop before. It's the worst feeling in the world.
Oh, many times.
And many times?
Yeah, I try to do it once in a while.
It's terrible.
I'm just kidding.
Like you have to throw out their sneakers. Do you keep sneakers if you step in dog poop?
You just use a hose.
And you keep them?
Yeah, why not? It's just a rubber at the bottom of the shoe.
It kind of disgusts me.
Last time I did it, I think I took a hose and I sprayed it.
If it was my own dog, I think I'd keep it. But like, if it's like a rando, it's just disgusting. Maybe I'm not a dog owner, so like, maybe it's worse for me. Like, you've had a dog, so I guess you're used to it.
You need to go get a hose, spray it off.
No.
And then just spray some like cleaner on it.
If they were nicer or newer sneakers, I would. But they're old, so it's like, all right, let me just toss them anyway.
Okay, that's fair.
But so I had to run back to my apartment, get new shoes on, jump in the car, drive over here, speed on the highway to get here to make the show. So yeah, 100% not easy, but we get it done, Josh.
Yeah, and then you got little Jimmy Parks over there who knows where he is gallivanting tonight. He's not here though, we know that. But it's good to be back. I say that every week. It's good to be back.
Not in our Halloween costumes. We messed up.
We didn't wear Halloween costumes. We remembered on the drive here, and I had the best idea that we're going to do next year.
You should tell them what the idea was.
Okay, so next year I'm going to be Ron Burgundy. You're going to be Brick Tamlin.
Love it.
And we'll make Jimmy Parks, who could he be?
Whammy!
He could be the whammy guy over there. That's funny. I think that, can you imagine how funny our clips would be if I was dressed as Ron Burgundy?
It would be awesome.
And I spoke in a Ron Burgundy voice.
That's the thing with this podcast, Josh. We would have done it, but all of us work. We're so busy. Like, this is not our job.
Yeah, but here's what I was thinking.
I was rushing here from work.
We need to sit down in November.
Yes.
And we need to map out the 2025.
100%.
Because there's a lot of things happening.
Yeah,
we have Polar Plunge.
Are we doing that this year?
Well, why wouldn't we?
I don't know, man. I don't want to jump in the ocean.
Are you really over it?
I don't want to do it. We'll probably end up doing it.
It's for a good cause.
Last year, I was like,
I was thinking Polar Plunge. I'm going to run New York City Marathon next year. I said I was going to do it this year.
You're doing it.
I couldn't get in, but
you should run a half marathon first.
No, I'm going straight to full. And I'm going to do it because here's why I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say I'm doing it so that the listeners can donate to my cause because I'm going to need a lot of money. I'm going to need to raise a lot of money.
How are they going to donate? Can they trust? Can they believe in you? That's the thing. You've never ran have you ran a quarter marathon?
The furthest
have you ran like 3 miles?
Furthest I've ever ran in my life was a few months ago. I ran 10 miles or 8 miles.
Okay. It's a good start.
And I was like
that's
a month,
almost halfway.
I was a month and a half into running. So, and then I kind of tapered off. I did a 5K but I think I could do a marathon with 3 months training. I probably could, but I'm going to train for a year.
What month is it? The New York City Marathon?
It's literally this Sunday, November 3rd.
Oh, it's this week?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So I feel like it just happened.
I'm starting my training for 2025. So you're going to be there at the finish line.
Oh, I would love to document it if you did it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to start training a year in advance so I could get a really good time.
You got to do it, man.
I might do a marathon beforehand, but I want to do the New York City Marathon.
You should do like a half marathon. Why don't you do like a half one first?
Maybe I'll do like a half in the spring in like Jersey. There's the Atlantic City one.
Yeah.
Would you come support me?
100%. I would travel the ends of the earth to come support you at a marathon, brother.
You're a good friend, man.
They just had the Jersey City half marathon like a month or two ago. And bro, I looked at the map. That's long. So like thinking about an actual marathon, bro, you're getting yourself into.
Here's what I would say. Well, first off, yeah, I think I do know what I'm getting into, but I want to ask the listeners in the running community, call into the mailbag and give me your favorite like half or full marathon in New Jersey. And maybe we'll run it together. I mean, I would be super down to get some custom Garden State athletic green shirts.
I would proudly wear it and support you from the sidelines.
And then I'll carry a Garden State flag across the finish line.
Yes.
So, Yeah, but I want to do that next year. But also, we have to map out the year because there's a lot happening. I'm already thinking we're stepping into Christmas territory right now. So what's the
Yes.
plan? Are we going to get a Christmas tree or what?
Yeah, we need to go to Brendan's farm.
We need to go to Brendan's farm. Of
course.
That's on the
He
list.
gave us a little baby tree last year for the office, so we need another one.
Brendan is one of our listeners. His family has a Christmas tree farm. Unless one of our other listeners, Brendan, no offense, brother. If one of our other listeners has a Christmas tree farm, there might be like
Competition?
It might be a little. We have to go to both.
Oh. I'd go, if 5 of our listeners had 5 separate Christmas tree farms, I would go to all 5 and
Yeah.
support each and every one of them because it's so great. You only can do Christmas tree farms once a year. Why are you only going to do one?
So I have an idea.
Do
for a
one
business.
per week.
I have an idea for a business. Can you indulge with me for a second?
I would love to indulge.
We need to partner with a Christmas tree farm.
Brendan.
Well, he's a little bit. He might be a little too far
Okay.
for this idea. We need to find a Christmas tree farm that is like 40 minutes from Union County.
Okay.
And we need to lease their property and put a drive-in movie theater on it.
Okay.
The Garden State Drive-In.
So they can like pick up their tree and then watch a movie.
No. It's not about Christmas time. Because think about it. You just said it. Christmas is once a year.
Yeah.
What do they do all summer? They're just growing trees.
Growing trees.
So we roll up and we say, hey, for the summer, we want to rent, 20 acres
Yeah.
and put a little drive-in it.
That'd be
And
amazing.
we'll play some movies on your land.
Do you need 20 acres? Can you like do it with like 4, 5 acres?
Probably.
Yeah.
But I was thinking,
Good idea. Because I feel like there's not many drive-in movie theaters in the Garden State.
well, they're in New York. I was talking to my sister and her boyfriend went the other day, and they were like, we went upstate New York to go to the drive-in. I was like, why does nobody in New Jersey make a drive-in?
Well, there are drive-ins in New Jersey.
Where?
I don't know, but I've seen people going to them. I don't want to like put it on this podcast saying there's none in Jersey. There has to be some. Maybe they're not as good as New York, but there has to definitely be some.
Yeah, but so think about this. Okay, so there's one in Vineland that's really far. And there's one Premier Outdoor that's in Marlton. So those are way down
Anything
south.
North Jersey?
Becky's Drive-In in Pennsylvania. No, there's nothing like there's a whole untapped market. If we went out 78 or like if you went out to I'm saying like Clinton, go out to Clinton and put a drive-in movie theater
That'd
out
be
there.
amazing.
If anybody in that area has a lot of land, I'm telling you, dude, even if you just did weekends for the entire summer, Friday night through Sunday, had a drive and hire some high school kids.
Yeah.
Get a little booth to sell popcorn and hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
You would crush.
Maybe that's how we're gonna make money on the Garden State.
I would gladly start a drive-in with you if
Run
you're
that.
interested.
We just have to get like 2 of those big containers and just put the big
listen,
screen on it.
When Cranford did the drive-ins, remember that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
I know the person that rented them the containers. They put the movie screens on
Yeah.
during COVID, so I can get us the containers.
Yeah.
So did
And
we?
we paint them Garden State green.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
And the front has to be white though.
It's a cool fantasy.
Are you indulging with me on the
I'm
dream?
indulging right now.
So here's what we need. We need an investor and we need to hire people because I don't want to work weekends.
Yes, if you have money, please come talk to us. We have a lot of ideas. like straight up.
Can you imagine how fun that'd be?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
This summer we had a drive-in movie
I'd work
theater.
the popcorn stand.
We just do like good movies every weekend.
Yeah, dude.
And you get enough spots where we could clean up and make some good money.
Yeah, and if it becomes
Buy a
hot,
boat. Buy
if
a
it
boat.
becomes hot, open it up every single day. Why not?
Then we buy a boat. We start a fishing charter with the money.
No.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Tangent. I think that's a great idea. New Jersey doesn't have a lot of drive-in movie theater options. And this generation, Gen Z is bringing it back. I've always loved a good drive-in, but I feel like my whole life I've thought, why did drive-in movie theaters go away? They're such a good thing.
Yeah, you're right.
They're a great thing. What's wrong with them? What about the idea it doesn't work?
I'm trying to think, like, was it maybe money? Like, were these drive-ins not making enough money? They had to shut down?
Yeah,
like,
but
I don't know.
What do you need money for? You get your land farm assessed, so you pay very little taxes on it. You hire a couple high school kids and you just got to rent the movie from the
Maybe it's just like
production.
vinyls. Like, they're just coming back. Like, kids want to do that kind of stuff now.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? Maybe there's something deeper that we don't know. I don't know.
Huh.
How many drive-ins have you been into?
Maybe one years and years ago. I went.
We have to go to a drive-in and inspect and see why there's not as many in the state as, there should be.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason.
Let's figure it out.
Space.
All right. So beyond the business ideas, because I have lots of those. We could
Yes.
do a whole Garden State business idea where I just give New Jersey business ideas.
Yeah.
That's a good one, though.
You do have a lot.
We should sit on that for a bit. Maybe think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then never do it.
We need money. Because we don't have money, we have time.
Yeah. So actually, Jordan Parks was really into the idea. Him and I were going to go in. If you want to go in with us, I'll cut you in.
Listen, brother, if you're going to tease that on the podcast right now and then tell me you're going in with Jordan, you are done.
Well, we need an investor.
Is Jordan our investor?
He's an investor. Yeah.
Good.
So, yeah, a lot's happening in Jersey. We're getting ready for Christmas. All this to say, the calendar's getting ready for next year.
It's
Things are
Halloween,
moving
baby.
quick. And it's Halloween. I was going to be Ron Burgundy. I should have done it. I have so much regret. On the drive
I love
here,
how you make me brick immediately.
I think you'd be such a good brick
Just,
fan.
I'm honored. I'd hold a grenade in my hand.
I don't know why. Sorry about the ego move, making myself Ron Burgundy, but I just feel like as I talk the
Well,
most.
you're the host of the pod. Yeah, of
I'm
course.
Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Oh, that's great.
I killed a dude with a
So-
trident.
Isn't he like, you should probably lay low for a little while.
Yeah, get to
killed
a
the guy
safe
back
house. They probably wanted. It's a classic movie.
Oh my goodness.
Panda watch.
I saw a meme that I was like, remember before memes on the internet?
Yeah.
Guys would just hang out. Oh my goodness, there's a child outside.
You thought
That
that was
scared me
little
so much.
Chucky.
I saw a meme that was like, remember before memes, guys would just sit around and quote Anchorman to each other all
Yes,
day.
that was my childhood.
And Dumb and Dumber.
Those are my teenage years. The
So,
dream.
Josh, I don't know that we need to do a weekend recap. We just recapped a lot of
Yeah, you
life.
want to know my weekend recap?
Yeah.
The Yankees are terrible, and they're 1-3 right now, and it's the World Series, and they need to wake up.
Well-
and right now, as we're doing this podcast, is Game 5, and they need to win, or else they're out. So by the time this podcast is up, the Yankees will either still be in the World Series or they'll be out.
Can I make a prediction?
You made a prediction last night, and you were completely wrong. Tell everyone what your prediction was, Josh.
I said Betts was going to hit a 3-run home run in the top of the ninth, and the Yankees were going to lose.
And the Yankees ended up winning 11-4.
Well, here's what I know. The Dodgers are dominant,
They're great.
They're
so
fantastic.
good. They're
They're-
terrifying.
and I saw the Mets put up a really good fight against them.
Yeah.
And the Yankees just do not look great.
Yes, they looked awful up until last night. So I'm hoping a spark was caused in the lineup last night with Volpe's grand slam. Something happened where the Yankees could put something together behind Garrett Cole, get another win today, and go to Game 6 in LA.
And Volpe is a Jersey guy. He's from Watchung,
Watchung,
right?
yes.
Watchung, New Jersey.
Man, I would love to get Anthony Volpe on the podcast. Legend, local legend.
Yeah, we should reach out about that after the World Series.
Yes, so that's been my weekend. Just harping on the Yankees, and then like losing the first 3 games. Like Aaron Boone made some bad calls, man. We don't have to get into it, but grinds my gears.
I was out
That
in,
man, fire him.
I was out in Pittstown, New Jersey this weekend.
Oh, didn't we just talk about Pittstown on the pod?
A year ago.
No, yesterday.
Did we?
Last week.
There was a vineyard.
Yeah, the vineyard.
Yeah.
That we pronounced wrong. Apparently,
Yes.
that one of our viewers,
I wasn't at a
listeners
vineyard,
called.
but I wasn't. They said we could pronounce it wrong?
Yeah, she asked us to correct it.
She worked there?
I don't know. She just says she really likes it.
Okay.
You said it wrong, Josh. You offended her. That's your fault.
well, that's
I didn't
gonna-
say it.
we're gonna have to
actually,
live
I
with-
actually think I said it too. Bennett Deuce. Yeah, we said it completely wrong.
How do you say it?
I don't know. She said it in the mailbag. We'll have to check it.
I don't like the name either way. I'm not going to say that because
Could be
it's a
someone's
local.
last
It's a
name.
local business. Yeah, forget that.
Someone might say your last name. They don't like your last name.
That's fine. I don't like my last name.
You have a cool last name.
No, but I was out in Pittstown, New Jersey, God's country, and I saw a Christmas tree farm, and it reminded me of the movie theater idea. So,
Nice.
Something to think about.
Something to
to
harp on.
But Josh, speaking
Indulge.
of the mailbag, we did get a lot of calls this week, and I want to see if we can get to 3 of them this week.
Yes, thank you guys so much for calling into the mailbag. We love the calls, questions, concerns, topics, Halloween stories, all of it. Thank you guys. It's seriously a blast opening up our mailbag every week and seeing all these new calls and new callers calling in. We appreciate you guys, and we want to keep the conversation going. That's why we're going to answer 3 tonight. Hopefully, every week we start answering more and more because I think it's important that we have this conversation with our listeners.
Bro, you were spitting there for a second.
Oh, thanks.
You were going fast, like Eminem.
Yeah, my mic is covered right now. I'm just hyped, man. I was such a long day today in Brooklyn. Ugh.
You know what it is?
Terrible day.
Jimmy's not here. And when Jimmy's not here, we're happier.
I like when Jimmy's here.
He's been tearing us apart. He's been trying to break this thing up for a while.
Jimmy Parks. What a guy.
Jimmy's going to text me and be like, Josh Sobo, why did you say that about me?
He doesn't listen to the pod. You think he's going to listen to this?
Yeah, that's true. All right. So if you want to call in, Josh Chomick, what is the telephone number for these people at home? Do you think they know it?
The number to call into the mailbag is
908 67 99 99 3.
Good afternoon, Garden State. My name is Danielle, and I called with a interesting Halloween story for y'all. I didn't trick or treat for a while. Grew up in a more conservative Christian family that we didn't trick or treat. But then one year, I finally got to trick or treat, and I went out with a friend of mine, and she lived in I would say a nicer slash richer area in Medford, New Jersey. And rumors were that David Akers, who at the time was playing for the Eagles, lived in her neighborhood, and everyone knew where his house was. So everyone wanted to trick or treat with the chance to see David Akers. And I'm not a football fan, but my friend that I was trick or treating with was. So we went to his house, and it was the funniest thing because you could literally see him. He had his windows open. You could see him. He was watching his massive TV that was the size of his wall, and his assistant was handing out his candy. So no one ever actually got to meet him, I don't think. I don't think he ever came to the door. But yeah, it was just funny because everyone wanted to trick or treat at David Akers' house. But yeah, never saw him. I mean, I saw the back of his head, but that's pretty much it. Anyways, I hope you all have a happy Halloween. See ya.
Thank you, Danielle.
I wonder if he gave out full-size candy bars.
David Akers?
Yeah.
Ooh. Probably had normal candy.
That's kind of cool. You know, you got to go knock on someone's door where you can get away with it. I said, I bought lemonade from, did I say this on the podcast? I can never remember what I've said.
You remind me, what was it? You bought lemonade?
Eli Manning's kids had a lemonade stand.
His kids had a lemonade stand?
Yeah, did I never say this?
Maybe, I don't remember.
Eli Manning's kids had a lemonade stand.
In front of their house?
Yeah, and I was walking past, literally just walking in the neighborhood.
How old are they?
I don't know, probably 8 to 12 range.
No way. Did you stop?
I didn't have any. I said to them, guys, I don't have any cash on me. I'll come back. And I just never went back. Because then I was on the walk, I began to think, and I'm like, those kids are richer than I am already.
Wait, so you knew it was his kids? Or you didn't?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They were in front of his house.
Oh, but you know where he lives?
Yeah, because I live in an area where I'm near where he lives.
Well, I was actually going to ask you, have you ever went trick-or-treating to a famous person? She went to David Akers' house. Would you ever go to Eli's house to trick-or-treat, knock on the door with June?
I should. Maybe I will. And I'll just that's a great idea. Maybe I will do that this year.
What's the worst thing that can happen? They don't answer?
You
have to go on
Josh, you're thinking of a really good idea. Now you can't say it on the podcast because he would never hear this, but it's creepy that we're talking about it and then I'm going to preemptively think about it and then do it.
No, because we're not the only ones who've ever thought about going to a famous person's house.
Yeah, it's an excuse to knock on his door.
It is. Because then you play dumb being I didn't know, Eli Manning, you live here?
What if I dress up as him?
There's no way he answers the door.
Full uniform.
He definitely has someone opening the door.
No, but what if he's kind of a local. He wants to be a local. But what if I dress up full uniform as him and then
he's not going to answer at all.
No, but and then when he answers, I pretend I have no idea who he is. What's up, man?
Play it dumb.
He's just nice uniform.
That'd be really funny.
I'm a big fan of Eli.
I think that'd be great. You should go this year. See what happens. Wait, his wife's going to answer the door? I don't know.
Yeah, but I guess Eli home.
It's going to be someone you have no idea who it is answering the door, and you're like, dang it.
Oh, that's pretty funny. No, I've never knocked on. I've never lived around famous people.
I never went to a famous person's house. I wish. I don't really know where famous people live. I'm not that creepy.
There was a guy in my neighborhood as a kid that would put a sign on his front door that said, "Wet paint, do not knock."
Nice. Classic. Boomer.
Yeah, he was so nasty. There were a lot of crazy people though back. I feel like the world has gotten less crazy. It is crazy.
It is
now.
crazier.
But there used to be people. I remember there was an old lady on my block. If I biked on the sidewalk in front of her house, she would come out and say, "Get off my property. I'm going to shoot you with my shotgun." Did I ever tell you that?
I think so, yeah.
What was the world like in 1998 that people were like that?
Why was she so angry and miserable?
She was crazy. That's it.
That's so sad. She just needed some love.
I should have just rode my bike on her front lawn.
You should have. What's she going to do? Actually shoot you? That would have been a crazy headline.
Whoa. I wouldn't be
reading
reading
have a
it.
shotgun. She's all full of it, dude.
Yeah, but I've never trick-or-treated at a cool person's
Me
house.
neither, man. It was always my neighborhood growing up, and it was never anyone. I had no one famous living next to me, so I never got to experience that. But it's probably a problem. I feel like it is a problem during Halloween. I feel like so many people go up to famous people's homes, and then they don't answer on purpose.
So I will say, well, he probably leaves a big bowl out front and just...
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Are you one of those?
No, I'm not one of those because I've seen too many videos of people taking the whole bowl. And
It's
I
the
believe in
disrespect.
justice.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
But we know, so we can walk a few blocks and be on a street with some of the biggest houses, like the biggest houses you've
Yeah.
ever seen in your life. And maybe I said this
Go
2 weeks
trick
ago.
or treating there.
You get the full size candy bars.
Go trick or treating there.
And my daughter's so cute that, you know, you bring a cute little kid and people are like, oh, come on, take 2 Snickers
Yeah,
bars.
and come on.
You know, 2 full size Snickers
And the
bars.
goal one day is to be knocking on someone's door and they're gonna be like, Josh from the Garden State.
Like, wait, I should be me for Halloween.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah, that's right. We did say that. So, you know, I'm never.
Go to Eli's this week. Come back next week with a full report. Seriously, do it.
I need overalls. My daughter's a chicken.
So you're gonna be a farmer.
I want to be the farmer chasing her around.
Nice. With like a pitchfork.
Yeah, so her wagon's gonna have hay on it, like her little chicken coop.
Dude, that's so cute. When you go trick or treating tomorrow?
I don't. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Halloween.
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. We're filming this Wednesday night. So do you trick or treat on Thursday, or do you wait till the weekend to trick or treat? I don't even know.
You're supposed to do it on
Halloween.
Halloween.
It's like a weeknight, so it's like weird.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna try to see if I can get home early tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, thank you so much
Danielle.
for that call, Danielle.
Very interesting. I'm sad that you didn't get to, talk to David Akers, but really cool story.
What a cool name,
Yeah,
David Akers.
you saw him. You saw the back of his head, so that's all that matters, Danielle. You win. You're awesome.
All right, let's move on to another call here.
Let's
check
go.
this one out.
Hey, what's up, podcast? It's Matthew from Flemington, New Jersey. I just wanted to say, my wife, my daughter, and I, we went to Cape May last week for a couple days. It was my first time in Cape May. And so, to Josh, please don't gatekeep. I loved it. I want to hear all the Jersey spots. I've only been living here for about 3 years, so I want to hear all the good spots. Don't worry about places getting crowded. That's why we actually decided to go in the fall. It was a lot quieter, less packed, a really nice time, and good food and all that stuff. So, anyways, keep up the great work, guys, and hope to talk soon.
Matthew, thank you for the call, Matthew.
Hey, Matt, since you want to, you don't want me to gatekeep. Hey, everybody, go to the Flemington department store
Ooh, a good spot.
and buy all the sale jackets off the rack so Matt can't get any of them.
Listen, Matthew's only been here for 3 years. Does he know about the Flemington department store?
I think he probably does. Another great spot in Flemington, since we're not gatekeeping for the listeners, there is a
so salty, dude.
the Dutch Country Farmers Market in Flemington. Stop on by, get a
Flemington's
donut,
a great place, man.
homemade donuts.
It might even be better than Cape May.
Flemington's great. And Matt, you're right. I shouldn't gatekeep, but I'm going to start doing it. Sorry, bud. I just hit him with a bud.
You hit him with a bud. Take it back. Take it
All
back.
right, I take the bud back. I'm sorry.
He
But
didn't deserve that.
no, look,
Cape May's great.
you're right. You're right. I shouldn't be that way.
You did it to yourself.
But New Jersey, I don't know.
And he did something that you don't normally do. You always go in the summer. He went in the fall, and he said it was emptier. So that might be the move.
Well, my wife's not going to listen to this. We're going down next weekend for her birthday.
You can't put that in the podcast.
She's not going to listen to this.
Someone's going to tell her.
No, if you know me personally, don't tell my wife. It's a surprise. We're going
Are you sure you wanted me to keep that in the podcast?
for her birthday. We're going to go down. She already knows we're going to Cape May. She has an idea.
Okay. Cool.
But we're going down.
I'm just saying.
Going down for 2 nights.
Nice.
And I do go in the fall. I go all year round.
I didn't know you go in the fall.
Of course.
There you go. It's the best time of year, apparently, because it's empty. I'm happy that Matthew, you know what? We like you, man. And I'm happy that you enjoyed
Speak for
Cape May.
yourself.
I'm sorry about Josh over here.
No. Speak for yourself.
This little Grinch over here, he's already into the holiday spirit. I'm glad you went to Cape May, I'm glad you live in Flemington.
I'm
It's
glad.
Great.
I'm glad he enjoyed it, Josh. Okay, I'm not going to be like that. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Matt. I will say Flemington Department Store has some crazy deals in the spring.
I haven't been there in a minute, but it's a great spot.
You want some Woolrich, some North Face, some really nice gear.
Really good, dude. Don't they also sell like appliances there?
Yeah, they do.
They sell like everything.
They got it all.
It's a good spot.
All right, let's do one more call here. We're getting some really good calls this week. I've been really enjoying this. Let's check out this one.
What's up, Garden State? It's your boy Rick from Brick. Got a while.
Hold on.
Rick from Brick.
Hold on.
Rick from Brick.
New personality?
Yo, it's Rick from Brick.
Rick from Brick, baby. Oh my
Love
goodness.
it.
Yo,
We got Ricky from Brick on the line.
Rick from Brick on the other line. Let's run that back one more time. But
Oh, that was electric.
We need more callers with personality names.
It's Rick from Brick.
Oh, baby, I
dude,
love
I think
that.
he just said his name and where he's from. It wasn't even like a made up name. He's Rick from Brick.
Hey, Rick from Brick. Anytime you want to call in, you have a green light. We will run your call as long as it's pretty good. But let's do that again. Here we go.
What's good, Garden State? It's your boy Rick from Brick. Got a wild story you guys might want to put into the next podcast. After 54 years, the lady behind the iconic voice, Watch the Tram Car Please in Wildwood, she's suing the city, the tram car company, Morris Piers, and a bunch of other little companies for selling merchandise without giving her any, royalties or compensation from it. My opinion on it is that she didn't sign a contract that, says she would get royalties. She's basically screwed. But then on the other hand, they have a whole tram car store with plushies, with their voice saying, "Watch the tram car, please," and all that. I think she should probably get a little something for that. But yeah, that's basically it. Craziest thing I ever got for Halloween was, when my parents used to go into Fort Lee to like a rich neighborhood, and there was this one house, it was a dentist house, and he would give out floss and toothbrushes and toothpaste instead of candy for the kids. So that was kind of funny because he's a dentist, but the candy makes him money, so all the kids around his teeth. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Just finished listening to the pod on my way to work. So yeah, bye.
Rick from Brick.
Rick from Brick. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Okay. First off, we're gonna do that story because it's so great.
Yeah, let's pause on the tram car.
Yes, we're gonna do that story first today.
We'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about the dentist giving out toothbrushes.
I think it's great.
Great idea. So on brand.
Unless like if you want more business as a dentist, give candy out so more kids get cavities and then they come to your practice to give you money.
I have an idea.
But I think it's a great idea.
You know how when you were a dentist as a kid, when they finished the cleaning, could you get like a prize?
Did we? I got a toothbrush and floss, toothpaste, all the above. Wait, did we get like presents?
My dentist always had two things. He had a toy chest. You could pick out a toy.
Nice.
And it'd be like, remember those little foam airplanes that would be flat and you'd break the wings out of the
the
rectangle.
Those
and
are cool.
You put it together. Mm-hmm. So it'd be like one of those or like some rubber band thing and like cheap little toys or a goldfish.
He gave out goldfish?
Yeah, he had a gold.
Oh, wait, the food or like an actual fish?
No, like a goldfish.
That's awesome.
My thought here is what if...
Wait, did you ever take a fish?
Yeah, my mom would sometimes be like, no fish.
That's awesome. Why don't they do that anymore?
Well, what if on Halloween, instead of giving out candy, someone gave out goldfish?
That's a lot of goldfish. How much do you have to put down? How much does a goldfish cost these days? With inflation, $10.
Goldfish
15?
pet. Okay, you want to know what the bulk order?
Oh, yes.
100 live goldfish, $80 on eBay right now.
On eBay.
Yep.
Okay, that's actually not bad at all. Giving away 100 goldfish for Halloween, that's great. But then what, you're going to have them in a little plastic bag?
Yeah, you put them in little bags.
Yeah, and just hand them out to the kids.
Okay, here we go. 500 fish. Guess how much?
500 fish, $250.
$161 for 500 fish.
No way. That's a lot of fish.
You'd be the best house ever on Halloween. Kids get a goldfish.
Parents would be pissed.
Maybe, or maybe they'd be like, that's kind of cool.
Dude, so you used to take the fish that your dentist gave out.
Mm-hmm. They last like 3 days. They were like feeder goldfish, I think.
Wait, so it wasn't a fish? So that, as a kid, you take a fish home and it dies in 3 days? That sounds terrible.
It might have lasted. It might have lasted longer than that.
Did you just not feed it goldfish food?
I don't know. They give you food. They give you a little
That's
cup
bizarre.
of food.
I've never heard of a dentist giving out goldfish. I think it's awesome. I'm all for it.
Did I ever tell a story of my little sister's fish she released at the lake?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, I'm forgetful tonight on my stories. So yeah, no, I think that's a cool idea for a dentist.
So just give us like a 5-second.
Well, my sister had a fish.
Yeah.
She didn't want to feed it anymore, so my mom said take it to the local pond.
Yeah.
So I took it to the pond with her. She was probably 4. She drops this in the pond, Mohawk Park in Cranford.
Yeah.
True story. The fish gets about probably 2 feet.
Oh, and it got eaten.
2 feet worth of swimming, and
you
this
shared
huge
this story. Yeah,
fish
yeah.
comes behind and opens its mouth and starts chasing it into the darkness.
It's
And
life.
my little sister did not see it, but it was one of the greatest moments of all time.
I can't believe that she decided to throw a fish into the river.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it is
really
what
sad.
it is.
It's
So,
really sad.
dentist giving out toothbrushes. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I like the fish idea. Maybe I'll do that one year. I'll get the goldfish because that's hilarious. Do you have your candy prepped for the kids coming by tomorrow? Or you guys didn't get any
No,
yet?
I didn't get any candy.
Well, you still have time to get something goofy. You don't have to give out candy. You can't order the goldfish in time, but you have 12 hours to figure something out.
Okay, I'll try to figure it out.
Seriously, don't just say that and buy candy tomorrow.
I got to figure it
You
out.
probably will.
I'm going to look into it. We'll look into it.
Shelby probably
Okay.
bought candy already.
She's really good with that stuff. I forget everything, but she's organized. But candy's expensive, bro. You get
Everything's expensive.
You get a 40-pound bag of candy. It's like $300.
Wild, dude.
So, all right, let's get into some Jersey news this week. I mean, look, like we said, we're going to get into that story about the tram car.
Let's I say we run right into it.
You want
man.
to go into it first?
I like Rick from Brick's suggestion over here. I think it's a crazy story, and we got to cover it first.
Rick the Brick. All
Rick from Brick, thank you for the call, brother.
The voice of Wildwood's famous Watch the Tram Car is now suing for compensation for the use of her voice.
Why is she waiting? What, 40 plus years to sue?
More than 50 years.
More than 50 years. This story doesn't make sense to me. Is she just like short on cash all of a sudden?
She's 84 years old too, so
What's
it kind of
wrong with her?
Kind of begs the question:
She is
is
like the most legendary voice in the state. Why is she causing an issue? Why does she want money now?
We should get that sound on our soundboard, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It says South Jersey's shore towns share the same sounds of summer: children laughing, seagulls screaming, waves breaking on the beach. But you'll hear something unique on Wildwood's boardwalk, a woman's voice that warned for more than 50 years, watch the tram car, please. Now, the woman behind the message, 84-year-old Floss Stingel, wants to be paid for her long association with Wildwood and its sightseer tram cars.
Floss.
Floss is an epic name. That should be the dentist's name.
Floss. I wonder if she was a dentist.
Imagine you change your name.
I'm Floss.
That's such a great dentist name.
Dr. Floss.
Oh man, people used to have great names. We're ruining names.
Bring back Floss. Hey, if you said you want to have more kids one day, Josh. Floss is on the
on the docket.
Shit now, brother.
The word floss may have originated for the French word flocher,
Whoa, that's a cool name.
which is related to the
Flochet.
Italian. Wait, it's related to the Italian word seta flossiccia.
Which means
It's I don't know. It doesn't say.
Flochet.
Flocher.
I'm Flochet. Floss.
So she wants to get paid. You know, she's upset. So the suit argues that the city and other parties in the tourism town have gained significant commercial benefits by using the iconic slogan without Stingel's approval or any payment. Defendants include the Wildwood City and the Wildwoods Boardwalk Special Improvement District, which has owned and operated the yellow and blue tram cars since 2004. The defendants are not commenting on the pending litigation, which alleges unjust enrichment and other claims. So what do you do here? Like, here's the
What
thing.
is
she
what?
She recorded this in 1963.
Oh my gosh. Did she just realize how popular it is now, 50 years later? And she's like, wait a second.
So she has a website going. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Wildwood has a website going, and it says the recording happened in 1963. So it says either way, the website says the warning has grown to become one of the most recognizable phrases in the tri-state area. For Matt in Flemington, should we play this? Because he probably hasn't been to Wildwood.
yeah.
So here's what you'll hear if you ever walk on the Wildwood Boardwalk.
Ad.
Watch the tram car, please. Watch the tram car, please. Watch the tram car, please. Watch the
I want to sue her. It's my
It's
least
just
favorite
weird how
sound.
she's coming out now. She's 84.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's just desperate for some cash. Or like, did she not realize how popular that phrase was up until now? There's no way she was that oblivious.
I don't know.
There's no shot.
I don't know, dude.
It's kind of sad.
It's,
Do you think she has friends? Do you think she has family around her to support her? Why is she like this angry 84-year-old now trying to sue the city?
Well,
Listen, maybe, okay. Do you agree that she deserves the money?
I don't think she deserves the money, but I think if Wildwood want to be classy,
Yes. Maybe a nice little gift or a donation.
although that might be admission of guilt if they're like, but if they cut her a $20,000 check and said, "Hey, as a thank you, here's $20,000."
There's no shot they're giving her $20,000. They're gonna give her like maybe like a grand or two.
Yeah, but I mean, if they wanted to really quiet her down,
My other question is, do you think the lawsuit goes through? Do you think she actually has the power to sue the city, or did she sign something or did she just give it up for free back in the 60s and it's totally theirs to use however they want? There was probably no contract back then. That's why the city probably owns it and then they can't get sued.
So one thing the article says is the annual traffic of some 500,000 passengers at $5 per ride produces revenue of $2.5 million a year.
She found that out.
Yeah, I mean, they could do it without her voice. Her voice is just. I don't think she's going to win anything.
Why do you want to change? You can't change that now. Everyone knows that voice. Like, it's going to be so weird without it. And I get it. People will move on. People will get used to the new voice and we'll be fine. But there's something about keeping a little bit of history there. Like that voice is so. I remember going there as a kid every year and hearing that. And like, it'd be so sad if they changed it.
We could record it in our voices for free.
Yeah.
Watch the tram car, please.
And what? And when you're 84, you're gonna once it blows up, you're gonna go back and sue the city because you're like, dang it, I should have.
I want to donate to Wildwood right now. My voice saying, "Watch the tram car, please."
Be like, use this instead.
Wildwood.
While you're figuring out your
put
problems.
this in the clip for Wildwood. Until you throw out the lawsuit, here it is. Watch the tram car, please. Was that good?
Yeah.
Should I be jollier?
You could work on it a little bit more.
Watch the tram car, please.
You could workshop it a little bit more, but
What was wrong? I could work on it right now.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm so attached to the classic voice.
Can we pitch my voice right now?
Ooh, that might sound more robotic.
Is that a thing we can do?
Yeah, right here.
Give it to me. I'll do it right now for them. Wildwood, I got you. Don't worry. We got you covered.
Ray, talk.
Hello? Watch
the tram.
Wrong one.
You can't turn it off mid-sentence. Go back to the first one.
Which one is go?
Watch the tram car, please.
Nope.
Hello? Why don't we should do this more often?
Only your mic has it though. Talk.
Hello?
Whoa. What's this one?
Hello?
Robot.
Hello? Watch the tram car, please.
It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're going to like any of those.
No, that was awful. Absolutely awful. Terrible, terrible.
What do you guys think, though, people at home? Should this lady get some royalties here? She's not driving the tram car. She's not even owning the tram car.
Does she even live in Wildwood anymore? Does it say? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, man. I don't know. This is kind of weird waiting all these years. There's something fishy going on that we don't know behind the scenes. It's just, overall, it's just sad. It makes me sad, Josh. Why can't we all be in harmony and peace together? Why is everyone always trying to sue each other in this state?
Yeah.
Is that what we do?
I don't know. All right, let's go to the next story here. This is a sad one from our childhood.
Oh, man.
New Jersey's largest newspaper, the Star Ledger, is ending printing in 2025.
Man, it's come down to this. 2025, the end of the Star Ledger.
Are we the Star Ledger now?
The online version, yeah.
Are we Gen Z's Star Ledger?
We can't compare, though. Dude, like how legendary of a print newspaper that is. It's been around for forever.
You know, it's sad. It's sad to see local media dying, but here's where I'm hopeful is I think it's just going to change.
How?
Well, look at what we're doing. We have...
Yeah, but there's something about a newspaper in your hand.
Yes, you're right.
The smell, the texture.
But it could come back.
Maybe. There was a guy on the train today reading a newspaper. I was like, all right.
There was one semester of college, I took a business law class and I had to subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. And I remember I really enjoyed having a newspaper subscription.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Getting it every day and cracking it open. And
did you find your breaking news through the newspaper or did you see it on your phone first?
You know, I think
that's why I'm jealous of like people like back in the day, like getting breaking news by reading your newspaper, not having a phone. It's like a different world.
My father-in-law reads the New York Post every day, front to back.
Still to this day.
Every day.
That's awesome.
On family vacation, he goes to Wawa, gets a coffee, and then the Post.
That's awesome.
Every day.
It's amazing.
He's a Post lover.
Yeah.
And he always says, you know who made the Post? And I say Alexander Hamilton, because he made the New York Post,
Wow.
America's first newspaper. But yeah,
Hey, at
he
least
loves,
the Post isn't ending. He would be in shambles.
No, but he's a loyalist, and I actually found out, this is a funny anecdote. I found out that my wife and her sister one year wanted to get him a year subscription to New York Post.
Nice.
And he was like furious. He's like, no, that'll ruin it, because he every morning goes out and buys the Post.
He has to go out and buy. That's even better.
He has to go. That's such a guy thing.
That is such a
guy thing.
guy
He has to go
thing.
buy the Post with a cup of coffee. And the thought of getting the subscription where it drops at his door made him
Pissed him
angry.
off.
He was like, no, I got to go pick it
That's
up.
so funny.
And then he said, sorry, this is so random. He said he'd go to the same spot every day, and the guy would always have one waiting for him. There's one left waiting for him.
Man, he's living the dream.
He'd save it for him. And then one day, after years of going, he couldn't go because of something. He had like a doctor's appointment or something. He showed up late, and the guy gave the Post away to somebody else after years of holding it for him. And he said he was so angry he never went back to that guy.
Oh, the poor guy.
I'm like, this is his ritual.
So cruel.
Yeah, but I thought it was, when he told me that, I was dying laughing. But yeah, the Star Ledger's going away. I mean, like,
Tell us about it, Josh. What's happening?
so the Star Ledger newspaper will cease print early next year, shutting down its Pine Brook printing facility. And it was announced October 30th today.
Wow.
Did you know that they printed the Star Ledger in Pine Brook? I didn't know that.
It was actually my favorite class trip ever.
Really? You went there?
In elementary school, we took a school trip to the Star Ledger. And Josh, I might have been young, like second, third grade-ish. I remember being in that factory. It was the coolest factory I've ever been to, Josh. It was so many machines printing paper all over the place, Josh. It's like if you went there as a kid, you would be your dream too.
Okay.
Massive facility.
I have a story about this.
The dream. Favorite class trip. I tell everyone.
I've been there too.
Wait, really?
I think I was there.
You think
when I
you were?
was 16 or 17, my parents had a friend who sometimes, this is so funny, sometimes on the weekend he would go to the facility where they pack the Star Ledger in the bags.
Okay.
And I don't know, this is like a fever dream, because I was probably 17 and all I remember was this guy picks me up at 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
We go to this massive warehouse where all these people have little booths. They have booths where they pack it and then they stack it.
Okay.
And you get like 10 cents of paper. So you're packing, you're stacking, stacking.
Pack and stack.
Bro, I packed from, I think, 7 to 7, 12 hours straight.
You got paid, right?
I don't think I took a single break.
No.
I remember being like 8 hours and going, this is insane.
Well,
Like,
were you having fun or
my
was it
fingers
miserable?
were-
Was it miserable?
I was miserable after an hour.
Did you get paid?
Yeah, I got paid.
Oh,
I
that's
think I
good.
made like $150.
Nice.
No, I did. I maybe,
A little packing stack.
I probably made $150, something like that. But I remember my fingers hurt so bad after like 3 hours. They just hurt because you're grabbing the newspaper and then you had to put the paper in the bag and then a little flyer. Like they'd put an advertisement in the front of the paper.
Yeah.
So you had to grab that as well. And I did it all day. I don't even think I ate lunch. And I remember it was one of those things it's so good for a young person to do a job like that. Because you realize your job could always be
And you had it easy. You
worse.
only did it one day. Imagine doing that 5 days a week.
But it was a Saturday. I remember it was a Saturday.
Oh,
right
ruined
around
your whole
Christmas time. And I
day.
was like, this is the worst.
Ruined your whole weekend.
So I think that might be where,
I don't think so. I don't think they pack and stack there. That's where they're printing everything. So who knows?
but it was a good life lesson, you know, and I touched a lot of Star Ledgers that day.
Yeah, man. It's big. Every kid should go through that.
But I'm having a lot of tangents today. I'm sorry if I'm taking, is that too off base?
No, I thought it was a really good story in between.
So when you went to this facility, you liked it.
Oh, it's amazing.
What was your favorite part?
Just seeing like there's so many different machines all over the place, like so many different printers on conveyor belts. You see like the long newspapers just flowing like around. It was just like a giant warehouse with machines flowing paper. That's what I remember it as. And I was young too. I was small, so it was probably not as big as I remember. But like it was so cool. I never wanted to leave. I was like, I want to work at the Star Ledger.
Wow.
I don't remember how old I was. I must have been like second or third grade, like 7, 8 years old. But best class trip ever. So thank you, Star Ledgers. Thank you for changing my life. It's sad to see them go.
It is very sad. It's sad. I mean,
What does the
It's-
article say?
it's a very short article. It says the Newark Morning Ledger Company, owner of the Star Ledger, said that the decision to shut down was due to rising costs, decreasing circulation, and reduced demand for print copies of the Star Ledger. The closing of the print production facility is scheduled for February 2025, but it said the Star Ledger will still be available online. 3 other New Jersey-based newspapers will cease print production as well due to the closing of the facility. The Times of Trenton, the South Jersey Times, and the Hunterdon County Democrat.
Wow.
Man, all these local papers are dying.
Sad, man. They're all going to be gone in the next 10 years.
And the Jersey Journal will be ceasing. Oh, it said 3, and then it had a 4th. 3 other New Jersey-based: Times of Trenton, South Jersey Times, Hunterdon Democrat, and the Jersey Journal.
Well, let me just say, if you want your paper not to disappear, you better be like your father-in-law over here and start paying for the newspaper every single day. And look, the New York Post, you said the Post he gets?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still around. So.
Yeah, but the Post is like nationwide. Here's the thing that really blows my mind is I've never, even as a kid, I always wondered, how do they make money on newspapers? Like how it's such a crazy business model.
How much does it cost to get a newspaper daily, like on your doorstep? Like I never actually did
I
that.
think,
What's the subscription cost?
well, let's find out now.
Like we got newspapers all the time growing up. Like how much did our parents pay for that? My mom is probably going to text me when she hears this right now.
Yeah, of course they did.
Like how much was it?
So subscribe now for the journals, $1 a week, $1. That might just be the online. Let me see if I can figure out the print newspaper subscription. The original time experience delivered to your front door. Special offer, 50% off. I'm going to use the 50% code. Let's see what it costs. Okay, so for the weekend of the New York Times, it's $5 a week. That's Saturday, Sunday. If you want to get daily, it's $10 a week now, $40 a month. That makes sense.
$40 a month?
But as a kid, I always thought it was like $7 a month to get the paper.
Well, back then it was probably way cheaper.
Let's see what the Star Ledger is.
Wait, what was that you just told me?
That was the New York Times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, check Star Ledger prices. Even if you could find, I don't even know. Maybe it's on their website.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say.
It was such a big part of our culture growing up. Like everyone got a newspaper.
I feel like everybody got the Star Ledger as a kid.
Oh, everyone knew about the Star Ledger. And like if you were walking in like a downtown area, you saw like the newspaper stand, Star Ledger right there, nice and big. It was popping, man. So yeah, everyone had to be subscribed, so that's how they were making all their money.
If we started putting green bins all over New Jersey with little monthly papers, do you think they'd do well?
No.
No.
We'd have to we'd probably lose money, but it could do well, but we'd probably lose money for a long time. Like who's picking that up? Like everyone wants, that's the thing with our generation, with our phones, we've gotten so used to getting news immediately. Why are people going to go out and read a paper of news that's 5 days old?
That's true. Good point. All right, let's move on to the next story here. In Avalon, New Jersey, a surf competition turned into a rescue mission after a fisherman fell off a jetty.
Shout out to all the surfers in Avalon who are part of this competition. This video is heroic.
It says surfers came to a man's rescue when he nearly got swept up by a wave in Avalon, New Jersey. Video from Storyful shows a fisherman fighting against rough waters after he was knocked off his jetty by a large wave on October 20th. Among those who helped was 18-year-old nursing student named Cooper Lysinger. His fellow surfers helped the fisherman onto his surfboard, after which he was brought back to shore. Thanks to the quick thinking and life-saving actions of all the surfers, there were no reported injuries. So let's check out this video together.
Yeah, dude, it's such a good video. It's pretty beast. Look at him. He's just wailing. Those waves are rough.
Surfers coming to the man's rescue.
Look, all the boys.
Very cool. A surfing competition was happening.
There you go. There you go.
Surfers rescue him, man.
news
Dylan
voice.
Lysinger. I could do a better news voice than him.
It's always a competition with you. I'm always better than everyone else.
I want to be the best news anchor ever. I want to be Ron Stinking Burgundy.
I was about to say you are not Ron Burgundy, brother. Put some respect on that name.
Okay.
But yeah, really cool story.
Happy ending to a sad situation.
Listen.
Dangerous.
Don't be on a... Okay, listen. If there wasn't a surfing competition, this guy could have died.
Yeah.
Who would have been watching him? No one. So if you're going to be on a jetty fishing, maybe do it when there's not rough seas.
Don't wear, what do you call them, waders?
Waders?
Yeah, like the boots, overalls.
I didn't know the name for them. Oh, like what the fishing guys wear
Yeah.
to stay dry?
Yeah, because you should wear them, but like if you fall in the water with those things on,
It gets heavy because the water comes in.
Yeah, you're gonna sink like a rock.
I mean, yeah, if it's rough out, man, and there's waves breaking up against a jetty that gets so slippery if water's on there, you can't be fishing there, bro.
Yeah. All right. I think we touched all we need to touch on that story. Let's keep moving here. So some townships in New Jersey have enacted age limits for trick-or-treaters, sparking debates among locals.
Josh, should towns put an age restriction on trick-or-treating?
We need to do a poll in the comments of this video.
Yes, this is a huge debate. Ready? Let's say our answers, because I don't know what you're going to say. I'll do 3, 2, 1. We say yes or no. So yes if they need to, and then no if no. Right? 3, 2, 1.
Yes. No. You don't think so?
To put an age restriction? No. Bro,
I think so.
I think it should happen naturally, like all of us. We stopped trick-or-treating when we were teenagers because we just outgrew it. We don't have to be IDing children on the streets. Let them trick-or-treat if they want to.
Josh.
If you're 30 years old, you're not going to go trick-or-treating or else you have a problem.
Josh.
What?
Our generation is broken. We have Do you know more adults go to Disney now than kids?
Yeah, but those guys are not trick-or-treating.
Those are it's the same people. They're going to dress up as freaking Mace Windu.
Yeah, but they're not.
And wave a lightsaber around.
I don't think
I've
ever seen an adult come to my door.
They're going to Naruto run around their neighborhood door to door.
Have you ever seen an adult come to your door
Josh,
without a child?
Our generation is refusing to grow up. Nobody just
no, I get
start
that.
a family.
No, I get that. But they're not
Get
trick-or-treating.
married, have kids, start a life.
This is my thing. One of these towns, the article said they stopped kids at 14. So you're saying a 17-year-old can't go trick-or-treating?
I think 16's
How
that's
about
the cutoff.
17?
17, hey, go cut some grass or something, kid.
I cut grass and I went trick-or-treating with my
collect
friends.
some leaves.
We wanted tons of candy. Let the kids be kids.
Okay, 18.
18's an adult. There you go. You cut it at 18. But this is the next thing. How are you going to ID these kids?
Listen, we used to live in a high trust society. We got to honor and respect each other. And we got to respect the fact that, there's unwritten rules of the world.
Okay.
There's unwritten rules. And this whole thing where like everyone's always trying to break the rules, just stop.
You just said it. There's unwritten rules. And an unwritten rule is if you're an old man, if you're in your 20s, don't go trick-or-treating. It's for the kids. You're creepy if you're trick-or-treating at 20 plus.
Yeah.
So it should be a thing that everyone knows. Why are we going to put rules on it? We're putting rules on everything. It's becoming a no fun country because there's rules on everything. Let's just it was always fine. It was never broken.
I agree. Okay, you're right. We don't need a rule. Okay?
I think people should just know when to stop, like all of us did.
If a bunch of 25-year-olds show up to my front door, I'm going to shame them. I'm going to say, "What are you guys doing?"
Of course.
Do you have a Roth IRA? You guys got to get it together. Like
I think it's wise.
Get your act together. Grow up.
Yeah. Like when's the last time? When did you stop trick-or-treating? I probably stopped when I was like 13.
Yeah, but Josh, we're like from a normal generation of people.
What? So nowadays you said that everyone's kind of crazy.
Have you seen the Disney adults?
Yes, but are they trick-or-treating too? I didn't know they were trick-or-treating. It's kind of creepy.
That's the same vibe of like people.
Have you ever had a 30-year-old come to your door? I don't think I've seen
I
that.
never am home to give out candy. I feel like I'm always working.
Yeah.
Like packing newspapers,
I think it's like I'm curious to what like people in the polls are going to say. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I'd say
if you're a Disney adult,
you're
like,
right.
and if you want to go trick or treating, go with your child. Then it's okay.
I respect the way that you're anti-rules and you say we don't need another rule. That's true.
It's like the NFL, the no fun league. They keep adding more and more of these new rules and regulations. Like some player got fined and suspended for doing the finger guns after a celebration.
Oh, come on.
It's the no fun league, and there's laws for everything now. They want to put laws on trick or treating now. If you're too old, don't go trick or treating. It's not that complicated.
Okay, hold on. I thought the question was not should there be rules. I thought it was should there be an age limit? Like, okay.
Oh, I thought the way I was thinking is should there be like an actual, like a law where it's saying if you're 14 and up, you can't be trick-or-treating.
No, I didn't hear it that way. I thought we were just discussing like, should there be a point where as a culture we go, hey, stop the trick-or-treating?
No, we agree on that. I just said like there shouldn't be like an actual rule like that a few towns have actually enforced.
So your question is, should
a town enforce, I guess.
Okay, gotcha. then no. I don't think town, that's a poor use of public resource.
Exactly.
You don't need the wackos calling the cops because someone's trick-or-treating and they're 17. I agree. But I'm saying we should probably encourage people to stop trick-or-treating at a certain point.
I mean, yeah, like I feel like most people just know when to stop. For the most, 99% of people.
Our culture has become totally escapism. Everybody wants to escape the reality of their life. And they want to go to Disney World, or they want to trick or treat, or they want to watch Harry Potter movies. And I all these things are fine. There's nothing, I like Disney World. I like, dressing up is fun. And it's just at a certain point, you're like, you're 35. You gotta just.
I mean, you shouldn't be going trick or treating if you're like older than like 20 years old. It's kind of weird.
Well, now that we're talking about Let's Look this year, I don't think this is really even an issue, but let's look.
I don't think so either. Like, I've never seen like an older kid come up to my door. I really haven't. So like, I don't know why some of these towns, apparently it's a problem, but.
So there was a poll by Fairleigh Dickinson that asked 800 Americans if there should be an age limit for trick-or-treaters, and what age that should be. Did you read these results?
I didn't. No.
Around a fourth of the participants said there should not be an age limit, while the remainder said that kids should stop trick-or-treating at, guess what age?
19 years old.
13 and a half.
Oh, wow. What was the percentage of that?
13 and a half. That was 75% of people think 13 and a half should be the cutoff.
I mean, like, I think if you're in high school, you can still go trick-or-treating.
I kind of agree with this. I think 13 and a half is the age where it starts to get kind of like cringe if you're like 15. You're like, hey guys, you want to go trick-or-treating? Your friends are like, no, I want to go like.
Back to my point, I feel like we all stopped when we were 13. But like, if there's a group of high schoolers who want to go trick-or-treating, you can't drive. What else are they going to do? Go ask for some candy. Be a kid. Why are we making these kids grow up that early?
So in Upper Deerfield Township, those older than 12 are technically not allowed to trick-or-treat, though the township has never enforced the rule and is not strict about it. The age limit there is mostly a suggestion. A handful of other local governments across the country, have also set age limits for trick-or-treaters. Examples include Chesapeake, Virginia, which has set an age limit for trick-or-treaters back in 1970. So see, since the 70s, they've been saying it. That mostly is just to address safety concerns regarding older teenagers harassing younger children.
That's a bigger problem right there.
In 2019, the city council raised the age limit from 12 to 14 and removed the penalty of jail time because they did have a little jail sentence in there. Which I think, honestly,
imagine.
Here's what I will say. You say it's a little dramatic. Kids, when they get a mask on, like you got to take a 17-year-old boy and you put a mask on him, he's gonna be ruthless.
Yeah,
a group of 17-year-old.
They shouldn't be. If they're decent human beings.
Nah, I think it's just the nature of being a 17-year-old boy. You take 4 17-year-old boys, you put screen masks on them, and they see a group of 13-year-old boys, they're gonna be nasty to them.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, it's kids being.
They're gonna try to scare them. They're gonna chase them around.
Yeah, that's how you grew up with the bullies and the older kids. Look at what's that movie? Look at Christmas Time. What's that Christmas movie where the bully is always chasing the young kids around? That's how it works.
You're thinking of Christmas Story?
Yeah, Christmas Story. The bully's there's always a bully. Kids, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Josh.
All right. Bullying makes me mad when I see someone bully.
Oh, I hate it.
When I see someone push a younger person around.
I'm just saying, it's just like, it's not the end of the world. These kids have to get it together, of course, but like, it's just kids trick-or-treating. It's not that deep.
All right, let's move on to our last story here of the night. One New Jersey woman is in hot water after lying about her kid having cancer to avoid jail time.
This might be like this is evil. Like, don't be lying about your kid having cancer.
Yeah, so a New Jersey woman lied about having to help her child with cancer treatments so that she could convince a judge to repeatedly delay her case, according to authorities. Alicia Campbell, 37, of Mays Landing, was charged on Tuesday with records tampering, impersonation, forgery, obstruction of justice, and making a false statement, the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office said. Authorities said that during an ongoing criminal case, Campbell claimed her child had leukemia and that she needed to take care of them. According to the prosecutor, she submitted documents that her child was undergoing treatments, first at a Philadelphia hospital and then at a hospital in Texas after the initial treatments were unsuccessful. However, authorities noticed that the address of the Texas hospital was wrong on one letter supposedly written by a doctor. So she slipped up. She wrote the wrong address and she's in trouble. Here's the other thing that she did wrong. Now they're opening the can of worms. So while working in this senior community, she was charged with stealing. And so now prosecutors said the fake documents were a way for Campbell to repeatedly delay an ongoing criminal investigation involving her former job at the senior living community. So she worked at this senior living community. She's stealing from them. And then instead of getting sentenced, she just keeps lying about her kid having cancer. Mastermind.
Wow. Does the kid actually have cancer though? That's what I was confused about.
No. Well, the article makes it sound like she was lying about all this.
About her kid having leukemia.
Yeah.
Let me just like tell the world that my kid has leukemia and we have treatments, and that's why I can't go to jail yet.
It's messed up.
Scumbag of the week.
There we go. I think she's going to jail. You do the crime, you got to do the time, sweetheart. Stealing from the elderly, that's messed up.
And then telling everyone your kid has leukemia so that you could just push your sentencing. And hey, listen, if her kid actually has cancer and her kid could actually have cancer, and I feel for her. I feel for her there. But like, if you're going to lie about the treatments and all that happening, then that's wrong.
No, she was lying about the treatment. So she wrote the address wrong. Investigators followed up and found Campbell had forged the letter and that her child had never received any treatment from the hospital. So it doesn't, but you're right though. It doesn't say
the
if
kid
maybe
could have
she
cancer,
could have
maybe
had
just
cancer
didn't have treatments at the same time. But nonetheless, don't make up those lies. Don't use your sick kid to help your cause to cover up your crimes. Because that's just terrible. That's just wrong. The poor innocent child with cancer. Poor kid never hurt anyone.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And now that the kid's not going to have their mother there.
Don't steal. How's that? There's tonight's advice is don't steal. And that's how we should wrap this episode, I think.
I mean, yeah.
Good advice. Good advice that'll last a lifetime. You do the time, you do the crime, you do the time.
It happens you're always going to get caught. Like if you think you're going to get away with something, it's not going to happen, man.
Yeah.
You got to be better.
Yep. So with that, that'll end our episode. That concludes this week of the Garden State. Thank you everybody for listening. We always appreciate you guys. Josh, any closing thoughts before we close out?
I hope you go to Eli Manning's house.
I will. You check the Yankee score? Wow.
Oh, go to play-by-play. Go to play-by-play. And then go to summary. Scoring. Tell me who scored runs.
Aaron Judge, home run.
Home run, Judge.
Aaron Judge, homers.
What inning?
That was bottom of the first.
Nice. Leadoff homer.
And then Alex Verdugo.
Okay.
Singles on a line drive.
Nice.
Anthony Volpe scores.
What was the other one?
Jazz Chisholm Jr. homers.
Oh my God.
Chisholm? How do you say his last name?
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
I love you. Wow, everyone's heating it 4-0. Guys, we're back.
I want nothing more.
This is the greatest way to end the podcast.
I want nothing more than to see the Yankees lose. Can't stand the Yankees.
Oh, yeah. I think they might actually come back.
Why don't you sign off this time? I always do the sign off.
I'm going to do a little sign off. I'm going to close the door right now. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast this week. We'll be back next Friday with another episode. Call into the mailbag this week. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us a cool little story. And then enjoy your week. Hopefully we get some rain. It's been super dry, guys, and it's going to stay warm. What a crazy October into November we're having. Have a great day. Have a great week. You guys are amazing. I'm out of here, Josh.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You're listening to the Garden State. The Dirty Jers.